Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. I always say that Bitcoin is a report card on how well people are managing the economy. Bitcoin would go down, not up, if we cut our spending from 25% to 20% and our debt from 6% to 0. I can get Stan Druckenmiller, now Larry Fink, Bill Miller, Pete Brigger, Mickey Melk, and Jeff Yaz from Susquehanna to come together. There are more than 50 top investors who believe Bitcoin is a good way to save money. This means that either Elizabeth or Jamie is very cocky. Putting Jamie in the same group as Elizabeth should make him feel a little bad. Oh, they know better than that. Stan doesn't know what worth is, but they do. I don't. You don't. What the hell do they think they are? To be honest, there's no worth. People think there is value, so there is value. That's how society works. What if they said, well, there's no value in gold either? You don't need to put money into it. You're not being forced to. That's why Bitcoin is great. Not a single person is being forced to take Bitcoin. That's why I think it's cocky. Because Jamie is so sneaky and smart, he must have a plan. Okay, he has his own big platform and big coin. A huge number of deals are made with JP Morgan coin. So this is probably an attempt to please Elizabeth Warren, since he doesn't want her to go after banks and see crypto as a bride. It doesn't make sense. The interbonnet is going to be. I'm on the center left and sometimes progressive, but I still don't get why Elizabeth hates crypto. Hi there, crypto builders. Mike Novogratz, a well-known and experienced trader, talked to Risk Reversal Media about Bitcoin and all of its different aspects. Based on his own experiences with the SEC, Novogratz said in early January that he was confident that the ETF would soon be approved. Most people think that approving an ETF will make Bitcoin's price go through the roof. However, Novogratz has a different view and points out a number of things that will affect Bitcoin's price. Novogratz says that Bitcoin's real potential for growth lies in the fact that it is the first real global financial tool that anyone with a stake in the currency can use. Besides the expected acceptance of the ETF, he stresses how important it is that anyone can access Bitcoin. Novogratz says that Bitcoin's rise isn't just due to choices made by regulators, but also because it is a global financial phenomenon. Novogratz thinks that the story of Bitcoin is one of the most interesting business stories he has ever seen. Bitcoin has become famous all around the world because it doesn't have a central authority and is used by people all over the world. No doubt Novogratz is amazed that Bitcoin has reached this level of success without a CEO. In the world of finance, this is a huge accomplishment. Novogratz thinks that all of these things will soon make Bitcoin one of the most valuable investments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our station. Now, let's keep talking with Mike. I think people forget that crypto was the first global speculative craze. I talked a lot about this in 2017 when we had our first mania. There was never a world market. You owned a few stocks that were traded all over the world. But if you look back at the 1999 internet bubble, you won't find anyone from Korea, India, Russia, or Africa taking part. Crypto is everywhere. Someone in an Indonesian town is telling the same story about Bitcoin that I'm telling on CNBC, Bloomberg, and podcasts here in New York. And it's hard to stop the spread of 8 billion people getting more followers every day. The other part is that Bitcoin is part of a trend that you can call crypto or decentralization. Some people are moved by that movement because they think it's a change. This is a movement that says, I want to cut out the middleman. I want to trust myself. I want to do business with other people directly. I want to be more efficient. I want everyone to have the same access. People believe in this, I think, progressive but also kind of free way of life. You've seen it in the Ethereum community and all the other groups that have sprung up since then. What's frustrating is that crypto has been used a lot for payments outside of the US. This is mostly stable coins in places like Africa, the Middle East, and Latin America. The main next goal, the Web3 mission, the decentralized trading, the decentralized ride-sharing, and the decentralized ticketing hasn't really shown up yet. A few green shoots. Those projects are taking longer to get big than I thought. Listen, it's had a lot of headwinds. People were like, well, then it started going down when it hit 69,000. They said, oh, it's meant to be a hedge against inflation. I told them, dude, you bought it for 6,000 18 months ago. Okay, we were afraid of inflation when it reached 69,000. At this point, Chairman Powell pulled out a big hammer and hit us over the head with it. And it should go down since he's trying to stop inflation. Sam Fried, Alex Masinski, and the guys from Three Arrows Capital were caught cheating. This group of either really bad people, stupid people, people who didn't understand risk, or people with bad intentions really hurt us because crypto was supposed to make trust decentralized, right? People are losing trust in Jamie Dimon and putting it in the community. We had a strange mix of controlled and decentralized crypto that was run by a bunch of idiots and bad people. The space then took a reel. Bitcoin, which has been around for 14 years and is now worth $1 trillion, might be the best brand ever made. There are 14 Teslas close by and Apple's up there. Our team made a 14. In 14 years, everyone will know about $1 trillion brand that doesn't have a CEO and isn't owned by anyone. That's smart marketing. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin went in a bigger direction if you looked at Apple from its 14th year to its 30th year. Things get around quickly. It takes time though. When you think about the business you built with Galaxy Digital, do you think about Bitcoin and a lot of its derivatives and a lot of the, interest in it from a retail point of view? Again, there's geographic and a whole host of other factors at play. But I think what's going to happen institutionally is what you've built this business around. Okay, listen up. If we were just a Bitcoin company, we'd have 100 workers instead of 465. Yes. And it wouldn't be very interesting for me to spend all my time on, would it? Having a gold bucket shop would be it. You would set it up and put money into it. You did a lot of other things besides being on TV every once in a while. It's all of crypto. What Satoshi wrote in that white paper was the first private property in the digital world. He had to do this in order to make Bitcoin. You couldn't own something on the internet before Satoshi. And it's kind of hard to understand what that means. It means you could send me a picture of this guy that looks great, and I could edit it, copy it, and send it to 10,000 people. That means it's not useful. But now that it's on a blockchain and can be checked, it can be valuable. What this means is that anything that is sent online can have value, from NFTs to your medical records. So I can send something useful. And that's the part of Satoshi's change. That needs to grow more. Some of that will be made with Bitcoin. It won't be for most of it. It will be built on Ethereum, Solana, and other chains that work together to make a single large shared database that stores, processes, and verifies your data. That's something that people need to believe. They need to trust that trust machine since it's a trust machine. That process is taking longer because of this. It's possible that I talked to my friend Van Jones. Jeff Bezos gave him $100 million to spend on something cool and good to help people. He also thought about how we vote and how little faith we have in it. A vote on the blockchain made him go, "Oh my God." When he called me, I suggested that we begin by casting our votes for American Idol contestants. So just to show people how this works, it's a little magic, and we need to figure it out. It's not. If you're a scientist and really try, you can figure it out. But for most people, we need to make them believe it, or else it will look like the back of the TV. Not a single person is interested in how data is stored and verified. Retail has spent a lot and is continuing to do so. We only work with one client, so we don't deal directly with private customers. Instead, we work with institutional customers who do business with them. Because of this, all platform companies like PayPal and Square have these wallets and take money from people. We do some trading for some of these businesses.